Hey everyone! Welcome back to some more Let's Play Quest for Glory 4 with me, your host Tim. Holy crap! Where we left off, what did we do? We survived our first evening out here in Mordavia, defeating a Chernovi wizard and defeating a wraith as well, one of like the 6 wraiths out in the lands here. I think we fought a Necrotar, our first one yesterday as well. We met Katrina, the girl who we first encountered when we entered Mordavia outside the Dark One's cave. And she taught us a frostbite spell.
You fill your flask to the top with fresh, sparkling water.
Since she's... and she mentioned that she lives at the castle, so she's probably a member of the Borgov family.
You water the bonsai bush.
She seemed quite taken with Galvin, so that's a plus. She seems very friendly enough. I think we can have Galvin like her back. What else did we do? Oh, and we spent the night here at Irana's garden. We had a terrible dream, however, when we were here. We also found a magical fountain, which Galvin didn't trust very much, right outside Irana's piece. So, we'll have to keep an eye open for that. It wasn't around during the daylight hours. We also saw how creepy it is out at night, with a bunch of evil-looking trees sprouting up out of nowhere once the sun goes down. Most likely an influence from the Dark One's cave. Oh, I should go back for that magical fruit. Today, what's our plan today? Oh, we should probably eat a little as well.
You eat it. You eat it.
How is our food supply? 7. Alright, that's plenty. Unlike Quest for Glory 3, you don't need much rations. You don't need to carry around like 30 days of food, because you can just eat at the inn. Alright, we're going to go ahead and fetch our fruit. There we go. What have we done for stats? I think we worked on our aura a little bit. Technically, I guess we worked on everything by engaging in combat last night. How's our aura? 243. Okay, not bad. I do intend, again, to spend some time off-screening stuff, but today there'll be enough things for us to do on-screen that I won't have to put any awkward cuts here. Right, so we're probably going to spend another night out in the forest then tonight, I think. We may, and again, maybe we can do that tomorrow, and tonight we'll go back to the inn and see if the Domovoy's there. The Domovoy probably won't be out there, actually. I'm beginning to remember what the next key event is to help us with him. I think we need to help Punnybones first, and that will require us coming out here at night again, so we'll have to do so. What else can we do that we haven't quite finished yet? So, I plan to go to Boris. We're going to go to Boris's right now and tell Boris what Olga had been mentioning about him. We'll then go to... oh, where next? I guess we can go to the Gypsies. And we'll have our fortune read again. We got the basic synopsis of everyone who is trying to influence our actions. I think we'll be able to get readings about all of those people at different times from the fortune teller. What else is there that we can do? I guess technically we can exercise at the exercise machine. You know, that's a plus here. We have one last thing to do at the monastery, which I might do tonight as well. But I will wait till sundown to do it. I like doing it at sundown and or nighttime. Okay, we made the boss without a single fight as well.
When the days are short and the nights grow long, a friendly face is a welcome sign.
Hello, Boris. Good morning.
Good day and welcome back.
Thank you. I had some questions for you, Boris, if you don't mind. So, how's the wife doing?
I did not want Olga to know I was here. It was better she thought I was dead than that I had run off from her.
I suppose it is a little... well, I was going to say it. It's a little cowardly just to run away. You know, if things aren't working out, you gotta talk through your problems and work it out. Marriage is tough. Marriage is a lot of work. Or, if your differences are too much, what are you going to do? You can't do anything about it. We can't actually talk to him about Olga at the moment, so I guess we'll talk to you later then, Boris.
Farewell.
I actually thought we could talk to him about what Olga...
May the sun and the moon keep watch over you.
I thought we could talk to him about what Olga had said. Alright, so let's go all the way over to the Gypsies, and we'll do that next, and then we'll head to the town. It should probably be midday or slightly afterwards by the time we make it there. If we get into a fight, I'm actually going to lower the speed, just to see what that's like for us in combat. It may not slow it significantly, but I like to check anyway, to see if it makes it easier for me to do some of the battles. Not that it's overly difficult. I mean, we'll survive any of the fights, for that matter, that I can think of. Any of the ones that we're allowed to actually fight in. Is there any other creatures we have not yet fought? Yes, there's 2 other creatures we haven't fought. They're not very difficult, though, compared to the Wraith and the Shinobi Wizard especially. So we shouldn't have too much trouble fighting the last 2 things. There's another creature near the end of the game as well that you can fight, to my knowledge. And I think you have to fight it as a... Oh. You have to fight it as a fighter. But as the mage, you won't have to.
You cast the protection spell.
What is it? It's a wyvern. Alright, we're going to slow down the speed of the game to a crawl. This is like what the game had run like originally for me. We'll do the actual battle completely to practice my frostbite spell. Let's see what the battle's like. Oh god, it's just as fast. Oh, this is terrible. Changing the speed doesn't do anything. That really freaking sucks. Alright then, so much for this. Combat's, unless, hold on. No, I don't think there's well, maybe there is an option. If I hit this button? Oh. Use special attack. Oh, right! We can set how strategic we want our character to be and everything. So, if I want him to be more defensive, not cast as much magic. We don't have any special attacks. We'll up our aggressiveness a little bit. And right-clicking stops that. I think once we work on our frostbite spell a bit, we can go ahead and actually let the AI fight, and we'll watch it together and see how well it does. Oop. A few more. Oh, come on. Alright, we should be parrying for a little bit, I suppose. No reason why we can't. Good job, Galvin. Yep, we're gonna frostbite. It's 15 mana to cast it. You better believe I'm gonna take advantage of the fact it doesn't cost anything in combat. Ah, stupid. I'm taking unnecessary hits here, Galvin. Keep casting it, though. A little more. Alright, let's finish it. Okay, so we do have to use a Cure Poison.
The only effect is a tingling sensation. But if Dr. Cranium is to be trusted, you should now be safe from poison. For a while.
Okay, two empty flasks? 3 empty flasks. Wow. Okay, we should probably get some more Goo. Can't hurt to have more of that on us, I suppose. Yes, how we do with our Frostbite? 272, very nice. 100 to 272, and no mana whatsoever to cast it the majority of those times. Oh, okay. So the speed doesn't affect the actual combat speed whatsoever. How about that? Then we'll leave it a little faster, actually. I don't want to talk to the Lishi. He's going to make me run around and play games, and it's going to be annoying. It's going to be annoying. Actually, we can just ignore him. We can just ignore him. We don't have the answer for his riddle yet. Goodbye, Lishi. You have a good day. I know you're here. I just don't feel like playing today. I don't need a hint. I'll have to see exactly. Maybe we won't die if we don't drink a cure poison spell. But I remember, I remember you taking a lot of damage from the wyvern poison. You use many more healing potions, but we could encounter several wyverns during the day. If we get unlucky enough to be stung even once by them, it ends up being bad for us. Well, we're turning on the strategic combat next combat we're in, and we'll see how well Galvin works during it. Hopefully he'll be smart enough to win the fights he's in. Uh-oh. It's a dead end, too. Oh, crap!
You cast the...
Alright, we're gonna try to turn it on then, right now. Okay, good God. Oh, it depends upon the creature. Galvin just wants to use endless amounts of magic. Let's do something like this for it. God, you poor Necrotar. Well, that wasn't... Was that better? Was that better for you guys?
You feel a surge of power as the magical energy from the fruit releases itself into your system.
I don't even know, like, aside from flame dart, I'm not sure what spells he was casting. I have no idea. I don't think that's any better, so we'll stick with manually fighting. That's a shame. I wanted something a little more, I don't know how to describe it. I wanted something different, and that totally was not it. Oh well, what are you gonna do?
Welcome, welcome. It is good of you to visit our camp once again. May you find here all that you seek.
Hey, Davy. Good morning to you.
You greet Gypsy Davy.
Come now, what can I do for you? What is it you seek here?
Well, Davy, I'm looking for the fortune teller. Is she here?
If you wish to know about her, why don't you visit her yourself? She will be happy to speak with you. She was most impressed.
Good. I'm glad I made hopefully a good impression on her then. Who was the gypsy that I danced with the other night?
Is it not great to feel the music in your blood and dance the night away? The life of a gypsy is sometimes very sweet.
Oh, I thought that was the dancer. I guess we talk about her inside of the tent. How have you been, Davy?
I have been fine. Hunting has been poor lately, but yesterday we pulled down a large deer. It was good to taste fresh meat again.
Oh, I take it all the game is slowly dying out around you. Mostly because it's just... You're harvesting it all in this area and can't leave thanks to the swamp. How have you gypsies been holding up?
We have been in this camp for nearly 5 years. This is very hard on wanderers like us.
Oh, werewolves.
Bah! Legends and tales to scare children with. You will not see me flinching if you cross my palm with silver.
Very good. Well, the stories about werewolves seem to be completely false anyway. You seem to be a shapeshifter, just as you say. Let's tell them a bit about our adventures.
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So, you turned Baba Yaga into a frog? How funny!
Alright, let's walk over and visit the fortune teller then. Oh. Or just staring into her window really awkwardly. Do I have to actually... I think it's this.
I have seen in a vision that you have a friend in need, a stranger to this land like yourself. You speak with him in this room at the inn. This friendship will send you on a very strange quest. Perhaps at another time we will speak more of this.
Perhaps now would be good. You're talking about puny bones, or punny bones. Hello, Magda. How are you doing?
It is a real pleasure to speak with you again.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to speak with you as well. We'll just relate the dream that we had in Irana's garden to her.
You tell her about the frightening dream.
Dreams are messages. Such a message may be obscure or meaningful, depending upon the sender and the dreamer. The meaning of this dream may be clearer when you have had more of them.
Okay then, I guess we'll risk Irana's garden a little more. Let's tell her a little bit about our past. It might help her guide her fortune-telling for us.
You tell about some of your adventures.
Ah, you tell strange stories, but I can sense that you speak true. You have lived the most exciting life. I do not think this valley will be the same when you leave.
Well, Magda, how have you been holding up?
I am the leader of this pack, and I wish I could lead them from this valley. I have had troubled dreams of late, and the game is getting scarce in this area.
Yeah, just as I thought. That would make sense. Have you seen many undead around here?
Many are the kinds of the dead which do not rest. Some are harmless, some most helpful, but most are extremely dangerous. Some, like the Rusalki, are victims of crimes. Others, like the wraiths, are the spirits of criminals who cannot rest. But most powerful and fearsome of all are the Nosferatu, the vampires.
Tell me about them, then. The townsfolk won't talk too much about them, and I just get information that I already know about. No one has seen a vampire, to my knowledge. Are they here? There are rumors that there are vampires at the castle.
The Nosferatu, the undead which feed upon the blood of living things. If a man is drained unto death by a vampire, he will rise from his grave as a revenant, hungering for the taste of human flesh. If a vampire shares its own blood with its victim, the victim will rise from the grave as a slave of its vampire creator. It too will be a vampire, but it must obey the commands of its master, and cannot harm its master directly. Sometimes the sharer of vampire blood is not drained entirely by the master vampire. Thus, he can continue to live until struck down by a natural death. Then he will rise from his grave.
Interesting. So the vampires can just totally kill someone and resurrect them immediately, or let them live, and then at a future date, they become their slaves. Tell me more about the Rizolki, then, or Rizolkai. I met the one at the lake. She doesn't seem so bad, other than she's killed probably a dozen guys or so.
The Rusalki are the spirits of drowned maidens. Some are the victims of accidents, and others were the victims of murderers. They retain their physical bodies and try to drown all who approach them. There is said to be a Rusalka in the lake to the east. I have heard tales that a Rusalka may be tamed through kindness, but I have never heard of anyone actually trying such a thing. Oh, no.
Well, we're friends. We're good. We're okay friends, acquaintances perhaps. No benefits, though. That's a good thing in this case. Tell me more about the wraiths. I actually fought one. I'd like to know more about them in case I meet more.
A wraith is a spirit who cannot rest because of greed. They refuse to leave behind their possessions, and so haunt the sight of those objects.
If you travel by night, you sometimes can see a mound of rocks where no rocks were by daylight. This is the burial mound of a wraith. Avoid it, for the wraith will try to draw their life from you if you get too close.
Well, apparently even staying at some distance away from them is enough to cause trouble for us. Have you seen anyone from the castle during your travels?
The old rulers of this land, the boyars of the castle, were the Borgov family. They ruled this land for as long as my people remember. The last boyar was a strange man, so it is said. What became of him, I do not know. Only that the son left the valley in shame and horror. When we heard rumors that Borgov Castle was again inhabited, we brought our wagons to Mordavia. We thought perhaps the old boyar's son had returned, and we could trade with him again. We met with the gatekeeper, who said that the Borgov family was dead. Oh, the castle was now owned by a distant cousin who promised to protect this valley as a true boyar. So we did some trading with the gatekeeper, but never saw signs of this Borgov cousin. Soon after this, the rain started to fall, and we were trapped here.
Tell me more about your visions, Magda.
I have always had dreams and visions. Some of these are true events. Some are only what could be true. These visions are, like most dreams, clouded in mists. Their meanings, too, are very shadowy. If you wish to learn of your future, allow me to look into the cards. You have only to give me a crown, and I will give you a reading, huh?
Sure, Magda. I'll have a reading. How are we doing on money, by the way? We've got plenty of money enough to beat the game with.
The cards have again been shuffled and cut. So reveal now the subject of this reading.
That didn't do anything.
This reading is of the ill-omened man, and now we shall learn more of his purpose and past. The next card you turn shall show the distant past. The Queen of Swords. Interesting. Sometime in the past, this man has met the mystery lady of your present. He may have been betrayed by her, or perhaps he is the betrayer of the lady. The next card shall reveal her influence. Ah, the magician. The woman of mystery has magic also. One is the teacher of the other. The order of the cards suggests it is the woman who was the master, and the man her apprentice. The events you face now, obviously, began in the dark past. Let us learn now of the more recent ones. Aha, this is your own influence upon the man. It seems you were as important to his history as he was to your own. Now, let us see the manner in which you affected him. Death, the card of transformation. You are the agent of this man's failure and loss. You altered his life irrevocably. Even if you destroyed him, my dear, he still influences the present. That the cards chose to reveal information about him shows that he is again a player in the game of your life. What next can we learn of this one, huh? In the present, the Eight of Swords. This is the card of conflict and domination. The last card which crossed this man was also a symbol of bondage. He is somehow a prisoner or an unwilling accomplice of another. Let us see if the cards will explain further this relationship.
Your protection spell has worn off.
This is the card of conflict and struggle. This man does not take his bondage lightly. Now let's see what the cards show of his hopes and desires. The chariot represents triumph and vengeance. There is a strong need to gain control of the situation, of his life. He may seek escape, but escape is clearly not enough. Let us see in what way he may triumph. Oh, this time the devil is inverted. The meanings may differ, but this is a card that bodes no good whichever way it lies. Your man clearly seeks release, but with that freedom, he will also seek revenge. Whatever or whoever binds him now cannot contain him forever. He will seek his revenge, and you will need to be wary. You will face him again in a struggle to the death. Now let us reveal the card that rules over the past and the present. Oh, the dark card of the void. The influence of the Dark One overshadows all. No more shall be revealed, nor shall things be spoken at this time. The cards have spoken. The reading is done. The cards have spoken, and that is all I will say about them now. If you wish to learn more, come another time.
Okay, then. Thank you, Magda. Thank you. Oh, Davy, we haven't talked to you since we were in here. Who was that dancer we danced with the other night?
Ah, the one who danced with you upon your last visit? The one who is lovely, lively, and, more than a handful? She is my mate, and we wolves mate for life.
Good for you, too. She was a fine dancer, Davy.
Ah, I am well, and happy to see you again, my friend.
Any tips for when I'm out in the forest?
I have run in this forest for many years, and I know my way around. The forest is a very different place at night. It is a very dangerous place to travel if you are not a wolf.
And how has hunting been? As mentioned before, the game's probably drying up.
Last night we were hunting far to the south. I heard a voice call out a command. Bushes here, disappear! The voice had the fur on the nape of my neck up on end, so I did not investigate further. Hunting in Mordavia is always an interesting experience.
Okay, well, thank you both for your time. Take care, and I'll visit a few days from now.
You say goodbye.
May the wind be in your face and the hunting good.
Okay, so, well, I won't reveal what it is. In fact, I think I forgot to put the hints as to, or hints, just flat out say who was who in the last video I had, which covered the reading as to who these people were from our past, present, and future. But you probably figured it out by now, I think, viewer. And it's only mid-morning. We still have plenty of time. Let's save the game really quick so we don't have to worry about having the reading again. Okay, and now where to? Well, I guess we can go back to town and visit Dr. Cranium. Get another cure poison potion. We have used 2 of them now. I think we're down to 3 of them. We can exercise, rest for an hour or 2 to recover some of our stamina, and then head out for some Grugu. By then it will be evening, and we can spend another night out here. Visit that ghost again, the female ghost. Maybe fight another wraith as well. And then call it the evening and head back to Irana's Peace. So, it sounds like a plan. We'll try that. I'm not going to cast my magic I really want to practice the aura spells and what have you, but we should be good enough to survive this evening. And our frostbite's already at 274. I'll practice it on bunnies on screen. I'll just have to fight probably bunnies or a wyvern to practice my dodge by just jumping up and down over and over again. Speaking of that, what are our stats? Our stats go up at all? No. They did not. Oh my god, it's going to take forever to improve my parry. I guess I can just right-click over and over and over and over and over again and hope that's what does it, not the actual successful block. I just realized I just walked around the leashy. I really didn't want to see him again. Right, up here is the graveyard. Let's go to the left then instead. So what else is there that we can do? Oh, Olga. I guess we can stop in and see Olga while we're visiting the town. Yeah, there's no reason why we shouldn't do that. Oh, yeah, we can wait a day. I do have plenty of time. But if we're in town, we might as well stop in.
You cast the protection spell.
Just in case we get a fight. Also get to sneak in an extra cast of it. Holy crap, another Necrotar! Alright, well, we casted it. Let's do it. Stop. Nice hits there, Mr. Necrotar. Woo! That was fun. That's much more exciting to watch than just a computer just using all my magic to kill it over and over again. Let's cast another zap.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
We're getting pretty beat up, aren't we? Getting pretty beat up. Our weapon use got what was like 2 points. Okay, never gonna get that to 300 in this game. I think we get 100 points for the next game, though. I'll spend all of that most likely into our combat abilities. God, that next game's going to be so tricky for combat, too. Okay, let's visit the doctor. We'll give him some Grugu. Why not? Nice gift. And then we'll get our potions. We'll also show him the Irana's fruit and see what he thinks about that. To my knowledge, that is the last pattern. In fact, the pattern will not change now past that one, which is also why I remember that one so well. It's been a few days, so we'll knock first.
You faintly hear a voice saying, "Don't knock! Come on in!" from beyond the door.
Alright, let's go in.
I have been preparing a research report to tell the world about my process for reanimating dead tissue. It is proving very difficult. I must omit no detail, or the more skeptical of my fellows will doubt my results. And yet, if I wait too long, some other scientist may publish first. It is distinctly possible that there are hundreds, even thousands of experimental scientists even now animating their own corpses and trying to publish their results before mine.
Whoa.
Then again, maybe there aren't.
I would imagine, Doctor, there probably aren't. But you're getting grant money, so maybe it would make sense that they have several competing scientists to see who comes up with the best ideas or what have you.
Dr. Cranium looks considerably more like a demented wizard or mad scientist than a real scientist. Despite his white hair, you suspect that he's no more than middle-aged. He also seems to have developed a significant paunch. Root beer belly, no doubt.
I'm very familiar with root beer belly. Hello, Dr. Cranium. Good morning.
You say hello to the scientist.
I am glad to see that you have survived for another visit here. Mordavia can be a dangerous place.
You know, Doctor, we've fought undead out there. Just the other night I destroyed a wraith, and there's a ghost just outside of town, maybe a mile or two from it.
You tell Dr. Cranium about the many undead creatures abroad in Mordavia, about the rumors that vampires inhabit the castle.
There are, of course, no such thing as living undead. Frankie is the closest that science can come to such a thing, and she is a product of science, not of magic. Vampires, Rusalki, revenants, and wraiths are the products of superstition and fear. Their existence is scientifically impossible.
Well, Doctor, if you're not doing anything this evening, I'm going to go outside. You're more than welcome to come along with me, and I'll defend you from all those things which you don't think exist. How many healing potions do we have? We have 5, 4 cures. Let's, alright, Doctor. Yes, so, how have you been? Obviously, you're working on the Frankie experiment some more.
I have been very busy lately preparing my research report. If you have any suggestions, this would be a good time to share them.
Make sure you spell everything correctly. That'd be about the only thing. People won't take you seriously if there's any spelling mistakes. Use whatever spell checker that you've got on hand. You also might want to really consider what you want to put down for your reports about what you're doing with Frankie, Doctor. Really think really hard about it, just as a heads up. How is the sciencing going?
Science is the basis of living an informed life. Without science, there is only ignorance and savagery. With it, we have all the benefits of technology, from such simple things as my potions and elixirs all the way up to masterpieces like Frankie.
You really should go outside, Doctor. You're currently ignorant in the fact that there are zombies. Actually, we didn't see any zombies, but there are wraiths out there running around causing horrible problems to people who want to wander outside. Anyway, I don't suppose, Doctor, you've made me a healing potion and poison cure. I could really use them.
Here you are. Here you are. What?
Thank you, Doctor, very much. So, what will your report contain? You've been working on it for a bit.
Publish or perish, they say. It is not sufficient just to be the greatest scientist in the world. One must also strive to be the best known. Otherwise, research grants can be hard to obtain.
The key to writing a research report is always to remember this. A pen can be driven, but a pencil must be led.
Thank you, narrator. I guess they forgot to get his voice for that. That's a interesting statement. I find that to be true for most cases. You might not even be the best scientist, but you might be the most famous and well-known. You mentioned other scientists, Doctor? In my travels through some of rather large cities, there were no scientists there.
Many of the Academy's scientists are greedy, self-centered, and dishonest. Some of them have negative attributes as well. It is best not to let other scientists know too much about one's research until one is ready to publish the final results.
That is fantastic, Doctor. Yes, thank you. You've got me, give me some insight as to your thinking as well. Ask about genius.
Oh, to become a certified genius, one must obtain a certificate of genius from the Positively International Genius Society. There's a bit more to it than that, of course, but that's the gist. I'm the only pig in this area.
You know, I work for the government and here in America, and they love their acronyms. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It doesn't surprise me at all that there's something called PIG. Not one bit. So, what's the process, by the way? I'm not sure if this is asking about Frankie or the report. Let's just ask.
If I told you about it, it would not be a secret anymore now, would it? All I can say is that the process involves lightning, life fluid, and an attractive, recently dead corpse. Oh, and considerable quantities of pepperoni pizza, of course.
God, I could certainly go for some pepperoni pizza. Well, Doctor, thank you very much for the potions. In return, I have something for you.
Oh, that is wonderful. I can always use goo in my experiments. Thank you.
No problem, Doctor. Thank you. Can you do anything with these bones?
That didn't do anything useful.
We cannot. Doctor, what do you think of this fruit, by the way? It's a magical fruit, just as a heads up. Would you care to do experiments with it?
That fruit is clearly scientifically impossible. Since it violates all known laws of chemistry, physics, and biology, I have no use for it.
I see. You're one of those scientists. Well, Doctor, thank you very much for your time and the potions.
You say goodbye.
If you should come across any interesting samples of unusual scientific specimens, please let me know.
I just gave you one, Doctor, but you won't take it. How about that? Well, have a good day.
Your protection spell has worn off.
If I see sciencey stuff, I'll bring it back, I suppose.
Perhaps I should keep the results of the Frankie experiment to myself. I am not sure if the world is quite ready for infinitely agreeable artificial women.
We're gonna find out soon enough.
I shall need to explore the situation much more closely to be certain.
I'm sure you will. I believe they have AI girls on the way, if I recall correctly, right? I don't know if the Quest for Glory series is the right place to talk about it. I remember talking about it briefly in my Deus Ex game playthrough. We can rest an hour. Let's actually go and exercise. Yeah, I believe that well, I guess they're not a real woman, obviously. It's an AI. She looks like a girl. Moves like a robot, but she doesn't look so bad, I suppose, if you're into that sort of thing, I suppose. Hello, Igor.
Always, Igor. Happy to know you not customer. Yet.
Thank you, Igor. I'll see you later.
Rest in peace.
Alright, let's open this up and exercise a little more. Yep, so artificial women are on the way. Oh my goodness, what the heck?
You pick up 2 of the metal weights and put 1 in each of the baskets.
But it's bound to happen sooner or later, so we might as well embrace the technology. We're probably not going to be banning it, and I can't see a reason why we would. That sort of thing's not for me, though. Alright, I don't want to talk about that. Tim, let's talk about something different.
Your legs are too stiff and sore to use this right now.
Okay, we can rest for an hour here.
After some rest, you feel better.
Now let's head back out. And what time is it? I want to do something here tonight, but it can wait, I think. What day is it as well? Day 11? Yeah, we'll spend another evening outside. We'll fight another Trinovi or creature.
You are always on the go, my friend. Take care.
I will, Dimitri. Thank you for asking after me. How are you doing this fine autumn day?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too, sir. Take care of yourself.
Take care.
Let's go in and talk to Olga.
Well now, what news do you have for me?
Hey, Olga, I was about to ask you the same thing. Good morning. Greet Olga.
So, you haven't been eaten yet. We'll see how long you last traipsing about everywhere when you should be staying in this nice, safe town.
Maybe I should. While I'm here, I'd like to buy some rations from you. We'll buy 3 of them. Well, that has me making S sound for some reason. Let's tell her about what we've been doing recently.
Tell Olga about what you've been doing in Mordavia.
And be sure and keep me informed. I need to know everything that goes on around here. Someone's got to have a clue after all.
She is a gossip, isn't she? Talk about Boris.
You tell Olga that Boris says she complains about him all the time.
Well, if he'd ever been here to get his work done instead of spending all his time carousing at the inn, I wouldn't have had to complain. And you can tell him I said so, huh?
Wow. I guess well, it's a problem. We're a hero. We solve problems. So I guess we'll be solving their, what's the word? Marital problems? Their marriage issues? So, tell me about your husband a little more, Olga.
Listen, you make sure, and you tell that good-for-nothing how much I resented having to sit here doing his work for him while he was off carousing with those other fools.
Sounds like you two didn't communicate these problems very well, and it's very important that you do so when you're in a relationship. Otherwise, it'll just bottle things up, and then it'll explode later. What's the news around town, Olga?
What would you like to know about?
Tell me a little bit about Bella.
Yeah, Bella's a good woman. She's the one who really runs the inn. Her husband just gives orders. Someday she'll give Yuri a piece of her mind, and good for her. The things she puts up with. Bella, she was a pretty woman not long ago. Was not called Bella for nothing. Losing her only child really aged her. What a tragedy.
I can believe it. Tell me more about the monastery, by the way, Olga.
That is a bad place, and you'd better have nothing to do with it. It is dangerous, and should have been torn down long ago. Many a stranger never came back after asking questions about it, so don't let your curiosity be the death of you.
I'll make sure that I don't let that be the case. Well, Olga, thank you. I will talk to you later.
You take care. Don't want to see your funeral. You hate that walk to the cemetery.
Oh, we do have the castle we can explore a little bit as well.
As my lost husband used to say, may all your travels lead somewhere.
What time is it? Do we have time to get to the castle? Sun is beginning to fall out of the sky. I don't really think we should go to the castle if there's any danger of it being nighttime. But it would give us something to do. Let me save the game really quick so we don't have to redo what we just did. In-game save. We could explore the floor that we're at the bottom of the castle. And explore the rest of the castle later. No, we'll just stay out here tonight. We'll do an exploration of everything to the west of here instead.
After some rest, you feel better. After some rest, you feel better.
There goes the hunting hawk.
After some rest, you feel better.
Our magic is back up to full. Our stamina almost is as well. Sun is definitely setting now. Let's rest another hour.
After some rest, you feel better.
Okay, and we're just going to kind of hang out here until it becomes night, and then we'll wander around outside again. Okay, if I see Chernobyl wizards, I'm just going to have to burn them down quickly. Actually, most of the creatures at night are tougher than the... Well, is that true? Necrotars are still out at night. You can still encounter them out here. Wyverns and bunnies you don't get at night. What else do you get? Batters, a flock of them, 4 of them. But batters aren't that tough. They can poison you, but the poison doesn't last very long either. Oh, the Grugu. Let's walk down and get the Grugu, I suppose. Let us pass by some time. And right now, I should be casting my spells.
You cast the aura spell. A gentle glow suffuses your body.
Just in case we bump into a wraith.
You cast the protection spell.
We might as well keep reversal on us.
You cast the reversal spell.
You'll note that there's a room in the center in the upper right-hand corner. That's for one additional protection spell we'll get later. Resistance, which lowers the damage we take from elemental types of attacks. I guess suppose it will work for AoEs, because... Oh, I guess natural elemental damage would be another thing we'd have to worry about. Oh, a fight. What the heck? It's nighttime, too. What is it? Maybe it's not night. Might be a bunny? I don't see anything. It can chase us, then. Oh, it's a bunny. Okay. Wow. Well, I'll take the excuse to practice my frostbite for nothing, then. They don't show up at night, so it must have just barely not been night when it showed up. Alright, this is all we're going to do. We're going to kind of cast this frostbite spell. Yep, let's do it, bunny. Let's do it. See ya. You're making it to us. You're doing it. Poor bunny. Well, thank you, bunny. That was awesome.
Your weapon is now magically charged.
And our frostbite? 305. Wonderful. Another, like, 3 bunny battles, and it should be up to 400. The music started now for night, so now it is nighttime. Ah. We didn't see these the last time we were here, did we?
You see a floating, coruscating ball of light.
Wisps. I don't know if we know enough about wisps for me to do the thing I need to do here that involves them, so I'm not going to do it. I'm here for the Gru-Goo. Can I, by the way, take the water from this place, I wonder? I don't think I've ever tried.
You don't really need any swamp muck.
Oh, okay. Goodbye, swamp muck. We'll grab some Gru-Goo then. I like having one empty flask on me at all times, just in case.
Your aura has evaporated.
All right, we should be safe here. We were last time.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo. You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
We should have, what, 1 left? 2 empty flasks left, and 3 flasks of goo. Do I want another one? Yeah, we'll take another one.
You slowly fill your flask with the greasy, grimy goo.
We can exchange Gru-Goo for the potions. Makes me feel a little less guilty. While we're here, let's go visit the Dark One's cave again. Where's my trigger spell? Oop, that was Dazzle.
The earth shakes as the standing stone rocks on its base, then falls over to form a bridge up to the upper ledge. Your reversal spell is wearing thin. Your protection spell has worn off.
Our aura also went off.
The standing stone feels rock solid. Your reversal spell has worn off.
We had read about a ritual being here, under the Dark One's sign. However, we don't see anything here.
Rocks have formed an island within the goo. You sense no magic in this area.
It must have been removed a long time ago. The mouth ritual, I believe. Okay, well, we don't see it. Can we open this with our open spell, I wonder? Probably not, but I don't think I've ever actually tried it.
Your open spell has no effect whatsoever on the cave mouth. It is evidently sealed with a vast and powerful magic.
Okay, well, that's not for us then. Alright, so the ritual, the mouth is not here. Someone else must have it.
The earth shakes.
Now we can climb back down. I guess while we're in this area, we can make our way to the Rizolka. She should be around. And I think there's a wraith on the way to her. So let's cast our spells again.
You cast the aura spell. You cast the protection spell. You cast the reversal spell.
Okay, now straight to the left is another swamp hex. So we're going to go north instead. Oh, that's a shame. See when the game turns off the music. I think. I can't hear any music whatsoever at the moment. Be careful, Tim. Upping that music at any be really loud in combat. Alright, so we're making our way to the Rizolka in the hopes that we can fight a wraith. I think there's one just north of her. Oh, I can hear the music now. Oh yeah, look at the creepy tree.
Gray rocks. Gray.
Oh, we can't actually look at it. That totally wasn't there during the daylight hours, to my knowledge, last time we were in the area. Oh, there isn't one here. Okay, interesting. Maybe this wraith moves around depending upon what hero you are. See, remember, I always was certain there was one here.
again. I'd hoped you'd come back. It gets lonely here with no one to talk to but the fish.
Oh, do you actually
You
talk?
know, we'd better not touch. I'd have to drag you to your death, and I really don't want to do that. You've been kind to me, and I like you.
Oh, yes! Galvin's a hit with the ladies. Hello, Rizolka. Good evening.
Welcome back. You seem to be finding your way nicely in Mordavia.
I do. Let's tell her about what we've been doing in Mordavia.
You sure have been a lot of places. The only place I've been besides the lake is a swamp, and that's not exactly a tourist attraction. I may have been places while I was alive, but I can't remember back that far.
Well, I have more flowers for you, Rizolka.
Thank you. That's really very sweet. You are the kindest man I know.
It's a shame that I guess no real flowers grow in this area for you. They're very pretty at Irana's garden. So how you holding up?
I swim a lot and comb my hair and look for people to drag to their deaths. It's not exactly a busy schedule.
Nah, I guess it wouldn't be, would it? I'd be worried about the boredom, you know? How's the lake been holding up? Looks really cold.
I live, well, maybe not live exactly, but I do reside here. It's a nice lake, but as a recreation area, it leaves something to be desired. The only boats around here are sitting at the bottom. Fishing tends to catch the fishermen. The swimming's pretty good if you don't mind drowning. All in all, it's not an ideal vacation spot.
It's really fascinating actually thinking about it, talking to her, because she is totally undead and will totally kill us. But she's willing to talk, as long as we don't touch her. So, it's interesting to get a different point of view, as it were, from her aspect, because she's a horrible monster, and you are a horrible monster, killing the people. But we can still be friends. It'll be okay. Right? Is the swamp encroaching on your lake?
The swamp to the southeast is a very scary place. I swam there once out of curiosity. I was combing the weed and goo from my hair for weeks afterwards. The will-o'-the-wisps were friendly enough, but those grasping arms, ugh. Weirdest of all were the creatures standing guard near some sort of tomb. Well, I'm not going back to that swamp for anything.
Interesting. What tomb was this? Where is it?
I call it a tomb, but it was more like some sort of pillar. It felt magical and very, very cold, even to me. I stay as far away from it as I can. Scary.
We had read about one of the rituals being in a tomb guarded by cultists. Did you get a good look at these guards? Would they by any chance have tentacles for arms?
The guards near the tomb were really weird. They looked like they had been human once. Now I don't know what they are. Well, they aren't dead or undead, as far as I can tell. Just awful.
Changed. Definitely Chernovi. Any tips on getting past the grasping arms?
The grasping arms will try to drag anyone into the swamp. Now, they can't get you if you stick to the grassy areas, but I don't recommend you go visiting there.
Thank you, but I'm afraid my journey may take me there. You mentioned briefly the will-o'-wisps. What are they?
Will-o'-the-wisps are the souls of lost children. They play around the swamp at night. They look like little sparkles of light. Watch it, though. They love to play hide-and-go-seek in the swamp, and most people who try to follow them there don't return.
I don't suppose you know anything about mermaids. I know you're not one. And in fact, I believe everyone she's going to say, like, I'm not a mermaid, I'm Rizolka. But we're going to ask her about it anyway, because we haven't talked to her about it.
Mermaid? What do I know of mermaids? I'm a Rizolka. You do realize I'm undead, don't you? I mean, it's not like I have a life here.
Fair enough. Well, take care, Rizolka. I'll talk to you later, and thank you for all the help and information you've given me about the swamp.
It was great talking to you again. Come back soon.
She's really pleasant. No? I guess most guys just ran out there like naked girl. Let's go get her. Get her!
Your aura has evaporated.
Not even your aura spell will protect you from her. At least I don't believe it will.
You cast the aura spell.
Looking on time, still good. Let's save the game. So, we learned about two important bits of information. There's some sort of tomb or stone in the middle of the swamp. We also learned that the wisps are the souls of dead children, And we know that a ritual requires a soul of a dead child to reveal it within the Stone of Squids.
Your protection spell has worn off. Your reversal spell is wearing thin.
I think we'll do this a different night.
You cast the protection spell. You cast the reversal spell.
But we'll come back and visit the Will-O-Wisps and see if we can get them to cooperate. Alright, we still have some time. Yep, still have some time. Our aura looks like it's still good. You know, playing this game makes me realize how handy it is to have a way to tell how long your spells will last for, rather than them just possibly going out.
You cast the aura spell.
Oh, I don't see any wraiths around here. We're up north of here is the castle gates. What time is it? Not midnight. Let's pay a visit to the castle gate really quick.
The heavy gate blocks access to the castle road. Fortunately, it also blocks the path of the two slavering necrotors on the other side. They look hungry to see you. The gate seems to be magically enchanted.
We can't open it with our open spell, nor can we trigger it to my knowledge.
Your spell dissipates, as if blocked by magic. It does not seem to have had any effect.
Yeah, this is not a gate we will be able to get through, so... We could try levitating over, but to my knowledge you are insta-killed if you do so by the Necrotars. I'm fairly certain that's the case. We'll go south from here, and then that will be everything near the town. Out to the west. I thought for sure there was a wraith out here, but apparently I am mistaken. Okay, so then let's go to Irana's Peace then. I guess I'll take the no battle. That's fine with me. What time is it? Yeah. Actually, we'll check down here really quick for another wraith.
You feel a chill go through you as you enter this part of the forest, as if a cold wind suddenly sprang up from nowhere.
Yep, we'll lose our life very quickly. We need to charge the wraith. Oh, right in my face. Good for him.
Your protection spell has worn off.
The sound you hear of shattering...
Your reversal spell is wearing thin. Your aura has evaporated.
Good God.
The wraith vanishes into nothingness, and the air slowly begins to regain some warmth.
All our spells ended at the same time.
The barrow contains treasure that the wraith collected while it was alive, or perhaps more recently from treasure seekers less fortunate than you. You find a dagger, 38 gold crowns, 75 kopecks, and a few old bones.
Wow, 38 gold crowns.
Your reversal spell has worn off.
Shame there's nothing really to spend it on.
You cast the aura spell.
So the reason you hear the shattering sound is because wraiths will throw up this shield to protect them from your spells that you cast. However, if you cast the huge firebolt or lightning bolt or whatever it is that you're going to cast, it goes straight through it and still damages the wraith.
You cast the protection spell.
The idea of the Wraith battle is that you have to jump over or duck under or parry your way up to the Wraith and then strike it. The Wraith can hit you at close range, though, with its hands or something, and it throws you back towards the edge of the of your fighting area. It's really tricky to get to him.
You cast the reversal spell.
I knew there was a Wraith near the Mizolka somewhere. Alright, so let's go to our right, which will bring us near Irana's garden. And we're at about half our life. Oh, no, another fight? Oh, the ghost.
I don't understand. Every time I try to follow you, I find myself here again. Why can't I leave this place? Why can't I go home?
I feel so sad for her. Hello again.
Where did you go? Why did you leave me here alone?
I've asked you before, and I'm going to ask again. Do you remember your name?
I can't remember. I can't even think of my own name. What's wrong with me?
Do you remember where you lived? Yeah, I'm assuming you lived in the... Yeah, you told me you lived in the town. Which house is yours?
Everything is so hazy when I try to think of things. It's like trying to look at things far, far away. I should be able to remember my own home, shouldn't I?
I think the reason that you can't is because you're a ghost.
No, no, it can't be, no!
The ghostly apparition vanishes.
Wow. I get so emotional when I hear her talk. Poor girl. Let's still work our way towards Irana's peace. One Wraith battle is good enough for me. At least this evening. Let's check this way really quick, though. Just to make sure there isn't another hidden Wraith over here. A battle, though.
You cast the aura spell. You cast the protection spell.
Batters. We'll do it. Oh, ooh, good hit there, Galvin. I need to back up all the way. I have a chance to do this. Oh, come on, guys. Stop jumping. Please stop jumping. Stop it! I'm hitting up too high. This should have been a lot easier than it ended up being.
Well, that wasn't so bad, let alone badder than you could handle. The badder looks almost deflated in death. Your weapon is now magically charged.
Poisoned. However, this poison won't kill us, to my knowledge. Although we were hit several times, I think we'll be okay. So, we'll come over here and get some sleep in Irana's garden.
A beautiful fountain with sparkling, crystal-clear water beckons to you. This area feels cooler than the rest of the forest.
Still don't trust it, still not drinking from it. Nope. That would be a mistake. So what I will do, though, we'll click on screen. We're just going to cast our aura spell a bunch of times. Yep, sorry about this, everyone. I don't want to have to put a cut here, though, so we'll suffer through this together. I'm so sorry. Okay, and our aura is now at 265. We have like another 8, I want to say like 7 or 8 days to improve it to 350, probably. Okay, well, we're here. Let's get some sleep. Hopefully tonight we'll not have a nightmare. It'll be something nicer.
You have returned to this wonderful place between worlds. You are again filled with the joy of being truly alive. You find yourself dancing at the heart of the cosmos. You spin and the universe swirls with you and around you. Suddenly, something calls out to you. You feel a coldness rapidly devouring you. You falter in fear as you remember what happened the last time you were here. The voice calls again, and you feel trapped, helpless. The closer you get to that voice, the greater the fear. It is a voice of pain, a voice of death. You flee in terror. You awaken as the sun begins to rise.
Ugh, another rough evening for poor Galvin.
You wake in a cold sweat. You remember every detail of the nightmare as though it had really happened to you.
Alright everyone, that will do it for us. Thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video. What's on the agenda for tomorrow? I guess we go back to Boris and talk to him a little bit. Then it's just going to be kind of exploring. We need to visit the ghost girl one more time, and we'll do that tonight. And then we can make some more progress towards, well, you'll see. Alright everyone, well, I'll see you in the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and take care everyone.